And here we are on a Friday evening, the last day of the week that I'll be spending some time with Janet James, and we've had a very interesting week, very good week. I think it's been quite an adventure, both from a practical opportunities to have people look at the business, but also kind of like a personal growth thing from Janet's perspective as well. So it's been a really interesting week to kind of observe from the outside as well as be part of it on the inside. So I'm very interested to see how the last day of the week was together. So first of all, let me bring onto the line regional consultant, Miss Janet James. Are you there, my lovely?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. So let me hear. I know everybody's Friday is a crazy day. So let me hear it. I want to hear all about your Friday.
Well, I'm a hairdresser, and, the holidays are just nuts. But so I went to work today, but what I did is I made a decision that the people that I hadn't got, that I'm going to wait and do tomorrow, because I have better, sometimes people that are not, they're not working and they're not stressed out. I've had a better luck of people, on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. So I just decided, I worked my, off today. So I thought, I'm just going to go in this weekend, tomorrow, not Sunday, but tomorrow, and I'm going to call them. And like Sharon, that I never could get to pick the phone up the last time I talked to her, and she and I visited was on a Sunday. And so that's just what I did. I just decided to wait because I felt like I would be able to get a hold of them on the weekend better than I would today. Besides, I have been busy all day long till tonight, and it's Friday night. And so that's what I decided, is just to wait until tomorrow and try to do it tomorrow afternoon early.
Would you like to do another accountability call tomorrow? Because that'd actually be really interesting, be a first for us as well.
Oh, really?
Push it to next. Yeah, it'd be a first to do it that way. But hey, let me tell you this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that idea. That's a great idea if it's, people are busy during the week. Sometimes, a weekend. Some people think, oh, you can't call people at the weekends. Some people think, oh, you can't call people during the week because they're so busy. Hey, you can call people whenever and wherever it's going to be most successful. So I think it's a great idea leaving it till tomorrow. You're still going to get all the calls done, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, what I can do is, we'll keep this call short,
okay,
and then we'll do another one tomorrow, and I'll just edit the two together for one accountability call, and people can get that, because I think that's a good idea for some folks who've had a crazy week and say, you know what, I'm just going to make the calls on Saturday or Sunday or whatever it is. I think that works perfectly fine.
Right. And I've found that sometimes, like, I couldn't get people to answer the phone, and the people I thought about calling back, I thought about the times I had talked to them before, or, whatever was on the weekend when they wasn't rushed and when they would pick the phone up. And so I just felt like I'm just not going to get on the phone and call when I'm not prepared. That's something this week that I have found out, that I have understood, is that because I wasn't ready, I didn't have everything written down on Sunday. As the week went on and things got crazier, I didn't have the time to sit down and write down and decide what I was going to say. So that made the end of my week not be as productive because I wasn't ready on Monday. Does that make sense?
That's interesting. Yeah, absolutely. So I guess there's a little bit of a lesson to be learned there that I know when we were working with Dana and Christy and some of the other folks, they made sure they got everything done at the beginning of the week, because it's very easy to think, oh, it's okay, I'll get it done. I'll get a couple of invites done, and then I'll make my invites as we go through during the week. But the problem is that then all of a sudden your week catches up with you and says, I'm not going to give you any time to make any invites.
Exactly. And that's what I found, is that because for me the hard part is writing it down and deciding what to say, which is so important for me because I'm a big talker. So at the end of the week, I didn't have the time to sit down and write down 2 invites a day because my week got. And so what I learned is to be more successful, is to pencil out a 2-hour time on the weekend to do that, so that on Monday I know what I'm doing. I've got it all written down.
Yeah, that's great, and we should probably discuss that on Sunday on the call, because not everyone gets the chance to listen to all of these. Obviously the call on Sunday is going to be kind of a debrief for the week on, specific people, but I'm very interested to hear about, how people feel. Do they feel better? Do they feel worse? Do they feel more in control? Do they feel more confident? And that would be a great one. We've not, again, but that would be a first to be able to discuss that. And I think that would be a great thing to discuss on the call, because that's what I do. With my own personal consultants, on Sunday, I think I mentioned to you, we spend the full hour and we get all the invites done. And Sunday's a longer day for me. If you can call 5 hours a long day, it isn't, but for an EC, it can be a long day. But it basically means that then 50 calls I know are going to get done that week in my business.
Exactly.
So I agree with you. I think that's, again, thank you for being vulnerable. And I think that's a fantastic lesson, which if you wouldn't mind sharing on Sunday when we kind of debrief the call, that would be great.
Okay, that's fine. I will. And I've got, I looked at my thing, and I've got 3 calls to make tomorrow. One lady, I do not have her information. I might have to just purge her on the back of my list until I can find her. Her husband passed away, and she's got a new phone number, and so I don't know how I'm going to get that, and I will, but so I might not be able to get a hold of her tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Because I don't have her information. I've emailed her or I Facebooked her too. So anyway, I don't know that I'm going to have I don't know that I have the information to get a hold of her.
No, and if that type of thing happens and it means you can't get it done that week, then either find a replacement name and carry that one over into the next week.
Okay.
But, you'll get to her. That's fine. But what I'm most interested in, Janet, for you, and we'll talk about this on Sunday, is that you're able to keep this up after this week. You need to find an accountability partner who's going to be like you, who's, they don't have to be an expert.
Right.
They just have to be someone who, is going to hold you accountable, who's going to say, hey, let's, and they're accountable to you too, because you can do it, it can be a two-way thing. You're making calls, they're making calls. But that's what I'm most concerned about, Janet. I have to say, because I care about you and I want to make sure you come out of this, with that new posture and that new confidence. But it's only going to have success if you have that accountability partner. So please.
I'm thinking about, I've got one in mind, and so I don't have his number, but I will text you later and see if you can help me find one.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be happy to help you. I will. Lovely. All right. Well, let's get off the call tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and we'll have a call tomorrow. So drop me a text when you're ready to make the call, and I'll edit this call and that call together for a Friday and Saturday call, and then we'll chat again then on Sunday. So if you could be ready on Sunday for a how do you feel type call. So it's slightly different on Sunday. You know what I mean, though, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
All right, lovely. Okay,
thank you so much. Appreciate it. Anytime,
lovely. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll chat to you tomorrow and Sunday.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, lovely. Bye-bye now. Well, here's a first. Sunday afternoon for an accountability call. We kind of got halfway through an accountability on Friday. We were going to finish it up yesterday, and for whatever reason, life gets in the way, and we weren't able to do it. But we are catching up on Sunday. We do what we need to do, and it all gets done. So, first of all, what I'm going to do is bring on regional consultant Janet James. And first of all, are you there, Janet?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. All righty. Well, this is a first. I've never done an accountability call with someone outside my team on a Sunday. So, it's just kind of a special day. Bring out the champagne. Unless I'm getting a little too full of my own self-importance. But, hey, woe betide that. But let's get going on your we kind of started on Friday, and I know you wanted to make some calls yesterday. So why don't we see how we got on yesterday?
I heard back through Facebook for Alice, and so that was a good because she had changed her phone number after her husband passed away. And so I just connected with her, and we're going to go out for coffee because I feel like I just really need to reconnect with her first and just visit with her. So that's what happened.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, again, we've talked about this on the call before, that, again, we only need this structure is there and important for us, but we kind of base it around the need to get 3 consultants and get them qualified with a couple of customers each. And because we're only aiming at the right 3, patience is sometimes very much a virtue. And I'm a big fan of the two meeting, as it were. I know Dana has had some huge success with it, where you're able to reconnect socially first with no talk of business, but because of the first meeting, you're able to get, you learn about some pain, learn about some things that have happened in their life, and you're able to kind of make a very relevant invitation for a second meeting at some point. So that's great. So when are you going to be meeting with her?
I told her after Thanksgiving, because this next week's going to be such a week, and so the week after Thanksgiving, and I told her we'd just go for coffee. Yeah,
perfect. I couldn't agree more. And with Thanksgiving coming up this week, and we'll probably talk about this on the call tonight, is obviously lots of people are getting together with family, and there's lots of opportunity, to be inviting people to look at businesses. But I would again say, calm down, have some patience, enjoy the holiday, enjoy people's company, and just keep your ears open. And just chat to people, chat to everybody, and find out what's going on in their lives. And you'll find a few people that something like a look at an Ambit video may be something that they need. And instead of just worrying about who you're going to recruit, just enjoy the holiday and have these conversations. And a few people will kind of rise to the top. That at some point after the holiday, you're able to reach out and say, hey, enjoyed meeting you at the Thanksgiving dinner, and I noticed you mentioned about such and such had lost a job, or whatever the pain happened to be. I may have something to help out, but that's after the holidays. So, yeah, it's all about patience this week. And so, okay, was there anything else you managed to get done yesterday?
Well, I did. Jessica's number is not her number. I couldn't get her, so I'm going to Facebook her, and I'm going to try to go to Tyler in a couple of weeks, and she lives between here and Tyler. And so I thought that I would just Facebook her and see if I could come through and also just have coffee with her. And so, I didn't get a hold of her, but I will go back and Facebook her and just try to reconnect with her.
Yeah, and again, perfectly fine. Anything else happened yesterday?
No, that's all that I got done. I didn't, a lot of people, I didn't get their phone done, but that's okay because I'm learning. I'm just learning a lot, and I feel even that I had a good week, even though I didn't have hordes of success. But it's a process.
And again, this is, I think we mentioned at the beginning of the week that the most important thing for me this week was to see what I could do to help you improve your posture, such that the invites that you had, you're a lot more comfortable doing them. And when you're comfortable doing them, you'll do them. When people are uncomfortable, they tend to be reticent and not want to do the invites, and so they don't get done, and so you don't have the success, and people acquiesce away from the business. But if you get a little bit of confidence, feel good about the invite that you're doing, again, sticking to the 5 main guidelines, having it written down and ready, not as a script, but as a guide, so one doesn't, get too verbose or get lost in the invite. It's and so, if all we did this week was improve your posture somewhat, and we can still continue to improve the posture, because obviously I'll be seeing you all the time, Janet, meetings and stuff, then I think we've had a successful week. So good deal. All right, well, I'll be speaking to you in a little while, because obviously the first call is tonight, and so we'll be kind of debriefing the week, and I'd very much like to hear about how you felt about the week, and whatever you felt was improved from your structure and from the kind of the coaching process. That would be great.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I'll be on at 8.
Wonderful. And I know you're at a family dinner, so enjoy the rest of your dinner, and I'll speak to you in a little while.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.